At it again, and we got to talk about Biden losing the support from black people and just everyone in general, really. But there's been a significant shift happening with blacks and Latinos. And so we're going to be diving into that a little bit today. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And you know, it's always funny when the left tries to push the narrative that Trump is racist and he's this horrible, terrible, no good, very bad guy, especially if you're black. There's no possible way you could ever support this guy. But of course, we got clip after clip after clip to dispel that fake narrative. Here's another one. Let's dive in.
Look at this, y'all. Here's what Kamala said when asked about passing something specifically for blacks.
There's not a particular policy for African Americans that you would explore. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
Now here's what Trump said when asked about doing something specifically for blacks.
And I'm here today to announce a brand new plan to deliver more opportunity to black communities. We call it the Platinum Plan. Platinum Plan. And that's a contract with black Americans. We will create 3 million new jobs for the black community. Open 500,000 new black-owned businesses. Increase access to capital in black communities by $500 billion.
Ask a Democrat what they're going to do specifically for blacks. I bet you they deflect and start talking about minorities. They'll never say nothing specifically for black people. But yet this woman is trying to sway our black youth doing HBCU tours and even trying to pay them to vote.
Yep. But wait a minute. I thought they said Trump was racist, though. I thought they said that he hates all black people. I thought they said he was like the leader of, you know, the K group or something. And, you know, there's no possible way he would ever speak nicely about any black person. I thought that's what they told us. Isn't it? Kind of interesting how that works, huh? Kind of interesting how that works, isn't it? Goodness gracious. The truth always comes out, man. It always comes out.
There is some polling to suggest that Trump is gaining their support. You had your fellow South Carolinian James Clyburn in January saying that Biden's message was not breaking through the MAGA wall, so to speak. Has Biden's message done anything to change that?
Well, I fundamentally believe, as in past elections, the African-American community, the black vote, will be there for Joe Biden in this election. When we look at what he has done and accomplished, this is not just words, but actually how he's delivered. He's made sure that we've had, as a community, a seat at the table. Just think about this. Personally, you know, there has been no Democratic president who's ever appointed a black person to be the chair of the DNC.
Oh, man. Notice how he said a seat at the table. He didn't talk about any specific policies. Democrats getting exposed, man, and I'm loving it. He is right on this, and I will admit it. In terms of the black vote showing up for Biden, yeah, it will happen. Most definitely. Okay, I'm not delusional, all right? I'm not a fool. Of course, a majority of black people still will support Biden, unfortunately. But it won't be 90%. It won't be 80%. That number is probably going to be closer to 60-ish. If I had to personally guess, 63. I know it's a random number, but that's just the feeling. 63% of black people will vote for Joe Biden. 63. 63% will vote for Joe Biden in comparison to the 90, right? We'll probably see about 25 to 30%. I'll say 25% that will vote for Trump, and then the rest just won't vote at all. It might even be smaller than that. You might dip to that 60 number in terms of support for Biden, if not a little bit below. I mean, only time will tell. It's obviously not looking good now, but I do believe Trump will have a historic amount of support from black people. I think that number will be 25 plus, maybe just north of 25%, which, hey, listen, it should be a whole lot higher than that, of course. It should be in the 90s, the same, like it should be flipped, right? In reality, but if we're going to be honest about it, if we're going to be completely honest, I think he'll have at least a quarter. He'll have at least a quarter, and Biden will barely have over half. You know, we're talking 60, maybe, if he's lucky. You know, maybe, and then the rest of the people just won't show up at all. Or they'll go support RFK Jr., which that's going to be a big issue for Democrats as well. They tried to push the narrative that RFK Jr. was going to be a problem for Trump and Republicans, and in reality, he's actually a major problem for Democrats. Republicans aren't supporting RFK Jr. in large numbers. Democrats are, though. Let's continue.
Hey, young lady, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm speaking with some black people about the Trump rally coming April 27th. And this young lady was telling me they were just talking about President Trump. Tell us what was going on.
He was never supposed to. Thank you. He was never supposed to be out of office. Period. That's for one. And for two, he made sure that we had money. He made sure that we had more jobs. He made sure that he put gas was low for us. He put everything in perspective for us. So for one thing, I feel like he should never been out of office. We need him back. Period. And that's just that on me.
So you coming to the rally on April 27th?
I'm sure I am.
Are you going to bring the community with you?
I'm bringing the team with me.
All right. You got anything to say, young lady? Would you like anything to say?
Everybody be there. Catch me there.
All right.
Catch me outside.
We'll see you April 27th.
Okay, thank you.
Trump 2024.
Now, once again, think back 4 years ago. Think back 4 years ago. How likely do you think it would have been that you would have come across the video like that? Just 4 years ago. We're not talking 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 4 years ago. Do you ever remember coming across a bunch of clips, video clips like that? So for me, the fact that you do have, black folks who are confident and willing to go on camera in public and say, I support Trump, when just 4 years ago, you never saw anything like that. It's over. It's over for Democrats. It's over for Biden. Even this next clip I'm about to show you. Now, granted, there aren't a whole lot of people in this now, and that was in Atlanta, Georgia, right? That last clip I showed you guys. This clip is in Chicago, which we touched on previously, where I think Democrats are going to have some major problems when they take a visit there. Because remember, Brandon Johnson tried to keep the shot spotter active until after, Democrats had their convention, and then he would get rid of the shot spotter. But the shot spotter company said, absolutely not. You're trying to end our contract. We're not going to stick around just for you to have a safe city on our, at our expense, right? Just because Democrats are coming into town. Like, hey, if you feel like you can protect your people, then protect your people, but we out of here. This next clip is from Chicago. Check it out. They're chanting, "Go Red." Yeah. Go Red. No more blue, no matter who. Because, some people on the Democratic side say vote blue no matter who. Vote blue no matter who. Well, she said no more vote blue no matter who. Go red. Go red. Now, granted, yes, if we're being honest, this isn't like a large crowd of people.
Go red. Go red. No more blue, no matter who. Go red. Go red. No more blue, no matter who.
Go red. Go red. No more blue, no matter who. Go red. And that got a nice little ring to it. Hold on now. Might have to make me a song off that one. Go red. Go red. Hey, no more blue, no matter who. Go red. Hey, that man, boy, make that into a nice little song. Oh yeah, that'll be fire. Y'all know, hey, y'all know that song would be nice right there. That song will be real nice. And yeah, like I said, not a large group of people, but the fact that is happening, I think, says a whole lot. A whole lot. Let's continue on though.
Pay me to vote for a Democrat. Pay me to vote for a Democrat. Local, state, federal elections, I don't care what it is. You couldn't pay me to vote for one. You know why? Because they know that we, and I mean people whose skin color look like mine, they know that we vote party over interest. So after we vote, what do? They don't need us for anything. That's what they do. Year after year after year. I'm from Baltimore, and I go home at least twice a year to see family. Same abandoned homes, same crime rate. We haven't had a Republican mayor since the 60s. And look at our environment. The same can be said for Memphis. The same can be said for St. Louis. The same can be said for Detroit. The same can be said for a lot of these cities all over this country that have been led down the toilet by Democrats for decades. Stop voting party over interest and vote interest over party.
Bingo. Democrats are in some major trouble, man. I'm telling you, it is over. It's cooked. It's honestly cooked. You know, and I've said this before. I think Democrats, know this. They see the writing on the wall. Now, of course, they're not going to just throw their hands up in the air and just give up. Sure. They're gonna yell, kick, and scream on the way out as much as they possibly can. Throw a Hail Mary. Maybe you end up catching it. We all have seen, the long pass at the end of a football game to try to score a touchdown at the last second. Sometimes you end up catching it. It happens from time to time, right? So I do expect Democrats to continue to try to throw the Hail Mary pass. Now, whether or not that connects, I highly doubt it. But who knows? I don't know what they could pull. Now, I don't see it happening. Like I said, I mean, even if because there's been a rumor that someone's going to cut the power. I don't think that's going to even save them at this point, because people are going to be like, hold on, another crisis under this administration? Nah, get them out of there. We got boats running into bridges. We got trains derailing and spilling toxic chemicals. We got Chinese spy balloons flying all over us. We got World War III on the brink. Right? We got food plants going up in smoke. Right? Just randomly, just catching on fire all over the place, just crazy stuff happening. And now we got the power cutting off. No. Get Joe Biden and these Democrats out of here. Bring Trump back. So I think something like that would backfire majorly and cause even more people to say, no, we want to get back to some normalcy in this country. But as I always say with these types of videos, there's more.
With the election coming in 2024, what do you think is going to happen?
We're going to have more problems. We're going to have problems. I don't want to say because it would probably be biased, but I like Trump. Like, Trump is definitely a wartime president. He not about to play games. You know what I mean? And he gonna make sure we good.
With the election,
yeah, he gonna make sure America is straight. He's gonna make sure that America is on the right track. Even if you want to expand this outside of black voters, everyone is flipping from Biden.
Which presidential candidate is most likely to slow down rising gas prices? President Joe Biden or former President Donald Trump? Trump or Biden?
Trump.
Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
He's done it before.
Trump.
You think?
Absolutely.
Why so?
Because when he was in presidency before, we didn't have all these issues with food prices and gas prices.
It's literally that simple. Boils down to that. You know, Democrats try to gaslight us and say, oh, well, the prices are down. The prices are down. Yeah, they're down from historic highs that you made it rise to. And even if you want to say that they are down, they aren't down to where they were when the orange fella was in office. So you could say that they're down all you want to, but we know the reality. We're the ones going to the grocery stores. We don't have millions of dollars like you all do because of insider trading, allegedly, right? These folks are so disconnected from reality. Who was it? I think it was Bill Maher who said Trump's going to win because of high grocery prices or high gas prices or something. I believe it was Bill. And it's just like, what? Like, are you listening to what you just said? You're shaming folks who are struggling, who are using credit cards in some cases to make ends meet. And you're saying, oh, well, they're going to vote for that guy because they can't afford anything. Well, you're darn right. If it was Bill, like some of these elitist folks, man, they're so disconnected from reality. Like it's shameful to watch these people speak about some of this stuff. It's shameful. Shaming folks because they're looking at their pockets and realizing that it's empty. And it wasn't empty when the other guy was in office. And they're bad people because they say, hey, I need a little bit of cash in my pocket. You know, I don't need a whole lot to make it work, but my pockets is empty right now. Pockets filled with a lot of lint right now, you know? And people like Bill and these Democrats want to shame them for saying, yeah, I don't want to deal with this anymore. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Anyway, as always, y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.